Once I had already built my aesthetic physique, I realized just how shitty the advice was online for the guys who wanted to look good, but they were asking for advice on like Reddit and all these random forums and YouTube videos, and everyone was recommending the same bullshit. I would go onto Reddit, for example, it's like this social media site, and there'd be someone who was wrote a post which was like, "Oh hey guys, I'm 16 years old. I want to lift weights to look good. What workout routine should I go on to?" And everyone, for some reason, would recommend the same fucking shitty workout routine, which was strong lifts 5 times 5. It's basically like a strength training program where you basically just do like compound lifts like bench press, squat and deadlift, 5 sets, 5 reps. And the same people who would suggest a young man who was trying to appeal to the female gaze to get onto this weird fucking workout routine, those same people who would suggest people to get onto that workout routine would be posting saying, "Oh, hey guys, I got into weightlifting to look good and girls don't look at me, but only guys look at me." What you need to realize is our goal is so different from most people. Or in fact, actually, I think most guys' goal is to build the aesthetic physique to be more attractive to girls. But most guys don't have the balls to admit that. So they get onto a workout routine that is not optimized for building the 7 aesthetic muscles. They get onto these stupid workout routines, which are like strength training programs where like your fucking squat weight will go up. And that's nice, it's fun, sure it's nice. But we're here to look fucking sexy, and I'm telling you, you don't fucking look sexy from those kinds of workout routines. The problem is, you get onto these routines that people online will recommend where they say, "Oh yeah, do some heavy weightlifting, do some heavy deadlift to start off, and then, do deadlifts 5 sets, 5 reps, then do like some weighted pull-ups or something for 3 reps." And they're telling you all this bullshit, and that's not how you build a good looking physique. So to make this easy for you, I've literally made the exact routine that you should do if you want to build the aesthetic body. And I haven't just I'm not just going to show you it. I've made it in an app where I'll link it below, where you can click on the link, download the app for free. I'm not affiliated with the app. And it will then, once you've got the app downloaded, click on the link again, it will literally open up on your phone. There's the 3 routines. It's push, pull, legs, and you can just click on those links and it'll open up on your phone, and that's the exact movements, like the exercises, the routine that I suggest for you to do to build the aesthetic body. You need to understand the principle here. Just let me re-emphasize this because it's so important. Most of the advice online, it's from pussies. It's from guys who they still want to look good to girls, but they don't have the confidence to admit that. So for them, they'll tell you shit like, "Oh yeah, like that's really weird, bro. You shouldn't care about girls. You should just do it for yourself, and you should just lift heavy weights." Lifting heavy weights is not the way that you build the aesthetic body. Like, you're hitting PRs in the gym, like you're trying to hit a 1 rep max, or you're trying to do like a 5 rep set or whatever. The biggest thing is that we're prioritizing the 7 aesthetic muscles, which often are not hit at all in these routines that you'll find online. Like, for example, that routine I mentioned before, the shitty one, strong lifts 5 times 5. You literally do like the 3 exercises, like bench press, squat, deadlift. That's it. You don't do anything directly for biceps. You don't do anything directly for neck or for lats or for lateral delts. And it's this bullshit idea these people will say to you, like, "Oh, but it's hit it's hit indirectly. Like deadlifts will get your biceps. No, it fucking won't. Deadlifts will get your neck. No, it fucking doesn't." You need to hit these muscles that we're talking about directly with some fucking intention. That's why the routine I've made is better, and you can get it for free. Links below. So how should you use the routines that I've linked below? Because I'll put 3 links below. It's push, pull, legs. What that means is day 1 will be push, which is chest, tricep, and shoulders. Day 2 is pull, which is back and biceps. And day 3 is legs. But how should you use this? I remember when I was first starting off when I was about 17 years old. And if I'm honest with you, I wasn't a very disciplined guy. So I was on a routine back then, which you were supposed to go to the gym 5 days a week. The problem was, since I wasn't a very disciplined guy and I was first starting off, this journey, which is pretty difficult, getting into weightlifting, eating protein, whatever. It's quite different from my normal life. I would go to the gym about 2 days in a row, and then it'd get to leg day, and I just kind of procrastinate because leg day was kind of painful. It wasn't as enjoyable for me. And I'd end up taking like 2 random days off, and I just threw off the entire week's plan. And maybe I'd do legs, maybe I'd skip legs and I'd go directly to my shoulder day, whatever. Basically, I was on a workout routine that was actually kind of too hard for me back in the day. And if I could go back now, you know what I'd say to my younger self? Just organize to go to the gym 3 days a week instead. My younger self, and for me for a long time, I thought you may as well go to the gym every day. And I had this sort of vague kind of thing of like, yeah, just go to the gym every day and just take a rest day when you need to. And I really don't recommend that. So this is what I would recommend for you. If you are a bit of a bitch, don't get offended, but if you are a bit of a bitch, aim to go to the gym 3 days a week and use the routines below, which will be maybe you go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, push, pull legs, 3 days. If you are not a bitch, if you are a disciplined guy and you really enjoy the gym and it'd be easy for you to go to the gym more, I would recommend that you go to the gym 6 days a week and you do the 3 routine below, but twice. So you do push, pull legs, then rest day. So you'll train Monday to Saturday, take Sunday off. Who should do the 6 days a week and who should do the 3 days a week? If this journey is the biggest priority in your life, and if you are a disciplined guy who can show up to the gym, genuinely show up to the gym 6 days a week without taking an extra rest day. So for example, you could train Monday to Saturday without taking a day off. Like the chance of you taking a day off inside of Monday to Saturday would be basically 0%, and you'd consistently only take a day off on Sunday, then do the 6 day a week one. I wish if I could go back in time, speak to my younger self, I'd tell him, you know what, listen, no offense, you're not disciplined enough for that, and you'd actually make more progress if you actually just set in stone the routine you can sustainably stick to, which is 3 days a week. You just go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you've got Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday off. Because it's better to stick to a routine where you train less and you'll technically make less gains than it is to put yourself on a routine where you just don't really make it and you miss extra days or whatever, and it kind of fucks up the psychology of you feeling like, you know, you're hitting the target. It's better to do the 3 day a week variation of, you know, the 3 routines that I've got linked below. It's better to do 1 cycle of that per week, and you get this feeling of accomplishment of like, yep, I said I'd train 3 times a week. I trained 3 times a week. Awesome, that's it. Now I've got like multiple days off till the next week. It's better to do that than it is to put yourself on the 6 day variation, which is basically the 3 links below, but you just do it twice a week. And then you don't actually make it, like, you know, you miss extra days and the whole schedule's kind of fucked up. So if I could go back, I would say to my younger self, just train 3 times a week. If you're a bit of a pussy, do 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you're a bit more disciplined and also this is the biggest priority in your life, train 6 times a week, Monday to Saturday. And one thing about your rest days is I would really recommend taking your rest days on specific days of the week instead of randomly. So my idea when I was first starting off was like, oh, you know, basically don't have any rest days, but just take one if you need to. That makes your schedule so inconsistent. I really think it's better if you have your workout routine completely scheduled and consistent, where you take your rest days on the same day every single week, because that way it gives you this extra sort of like disciplined training where it's like, no, today's a training day, I'm gonna go and train. Even if you're not feeling 100%, it makes you way more consistent than this vague idea of like, yeah, I'll just train every day, but if I need to take a rest day, like I'll just take a rest day randomly. So this is why I recommend you plot which days of the week you're gonna train. So if you've got a Google Calendar, if you've got your phone or whatever, write it down somewhere. First of all, which one are you going to do? 3 days a week or 6 days a week? You'll make more gains with 6 days a week, but just be honest to yourself. If you think you're going to end up taking random days off, you're going to miss days from the gym, and you're actually going to train about 4 or 5 days a week, it'd actually be better for you to just stick to the 3 day, because then you can go harder on those days and you won't feel like you're sort of like not accomplishing what the goal was. So first of all, write down, okay, am I going to do 3 days or 6 days? Then write down which days you're going to train. So I just recommend doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the 3 day a week, or Monday to Saturday for the 6 day. And then also just note down which days you're going to be resting. So it'd be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Sunday. Note that down so that it's so clear to you, okay, which day is a training day, which day isn't. That way, when you wake up and it's a training day, it doesn't matter if you're feeling a bit tired. It doesn't fucking matter. It's like, no, motherfucker, it's Wednesday. You said you train today. Go and train. It's that simple. And how about for the split? So the workout routine is which exercises we're doing, and basically I've just made that decision for you with the links below. You know, we're going to start with incline bench press, whatever. But the split is kind of like how we organize our routine. And I've organized it in the push-pull legs splits. There's other workout splits, like for example, there's full body where you go to the gym and you hit every body part for maybe like 3 sets. So you might do like squats for 3 reps, then you might do squats for 3 sets, and then you might do bench press for 3 sets, and then you might do lateral raises. You hit every body part for the session. There's bro split where you just stick to one area, like just you have an arms day or you have a chest day. That's it. There's a bro split variation. There's so many, upper, lower, whatever. I've done all of them, and here's the truth that most people won't tell you. You can get absolutely fucking jacked with every single one of them, including bro split. That's it. I remember once in 2023, I was here in Bali, and I went to the gym. I wasn't really having like a good training period. And I was training a little bit, and I kept on I was trying to hit some sets, and I wasn't really feeling it. And I thought to myself, I should change my training split and my workout routine. Like, that's the problem. So I end up sitting down on the floor on my phone thinking of how to program a new routine, a new split. Should I do full body, or should I do push-pull legs, or upper lower, or bro split, which exercise variation, whatever. And it only occurred to me after being sat down on the floor of the gym for about 10 minutes that I was being a complete and utter fucking bitch. Think about that. It was a training day. I had the plan of what lifts to do, it's bench press and then lat pull down, whatever. I went to the gym. It was a bit difficult that day. And instead of fucking gritting my teeth and just doing the fucking workout that I said I would, I sat down on the floor like a fucking pussy and basically refused to work out because I was like, yeah, you know what? There's something wrong with the routine that I've got to change on my phone first. The lesson for me, and I want to pass this on to you, is stop being like a fucking autist who's constantly changing his workout routine and his splits, because look, you change those things, which exercises you should use, which order the day should be, all that stuff. You change those things because you're trying to optimize for gains, right? You're trying to maximize gains. But here's the thing. The way that you maximize gains is actually by not being the fucking autist who keeps changing the details of his training, the exercises, the routines, the sets and reps and whatever. The way that you maximize gains is by sticking to the same program for months and months, maybe even for a year straight without making any changes, so that you can see some consistent fucking growth. So you need to understand this right now, because if you've got a brain similar to mine, you're going to fall victim of this. You'll find yourself randomly thinking oh, you know what? I think Hamza's wrong. Upper lower is actually a better split than push pull legs. And actually this exercise should move that, whatever. When you are the type of guy who constantly changes his fucking plan, you'll make less progress than the stupid version of you that just has a plan once and then just sticks to it for a year straight, even if it's not the most optimized plan. Does that make sense? It's better to be consistent for a year with a plan, like a workout routine and a workout split, which isn't amazing, than it is for you to change your workout routine and split and then change it again 3 weeks later because you watched another fucking Jeff Nippard video and he's like, oh yeah, change that exercise, and then fucking full body, and then you're just changing shit all the time. I have literally reset so much of my progress in life, not just fitness but in business as well, by being what I'd call an autistic overthinker. So I give you the permission, just be a retard. Be a dumb idiot when it comes to your programming. Don't watch any of these fucking guides about workout split, routine, any of this gay shit, bro. Literally just fucking go gym, train hard, stick to the plan that I've made you for the next year straight, and don't even debate it once. Don't even watch these other videos where someone's saying actually this exercise should be before this one. It doesn't fucking matter. Look, technically you might be able to get some extra gains if you are on the best program ever, but the best program is the one that you'll stick to without constantly fucking changing it. So don't watch these random fucking videos online where they're telling you, oh, change it like this. Because if you're the type of guy who is watching that, guess what? You'll also be the type of guy who 1 month from now will change it again and again and again and again. It's better for you to just stick to the exact routine, the exact split that we have here for the next year. I promise you'll make more gains just blindly sticking to the plan that we have here than you constantly asking yourself, oh, let me change it. Imagine that fucking pussy version of me. I had gay long hair and stuff a year and a half ago, and I'm sat on the floor like a fucking bitch, literally there changing the order of my workout instead of fucking working out when I was literally sat in the fucking gym. How retarded is that? It's time to just fucking train. You don't need to be sat there oh, what's the best workout routine and stuff. That's pussy shit. You can just go fucking train hard and you'll make more gains that way instead of being this little autistic optimizer. The biggest thing for you is to not switch around your workout routine, the workout split. So the routine is basically the exercise selection, and the workout split is kind of like which days you train and the way you've organized the routine. Like we're doing push pull legs. Don't change it for like at least a year straight, maybe even fucking 5 years. Just stick to this as it is, and I promise you, you will make more gains sticking to this plan than you will if in 2 months from now you watch a random science-based fucking gay video and the guy says, actually, this one's actually better. Like, shut up, bro. Just don't fall victim to that shit like I did. And the final part of this section is the sets and the reps. So I'll walk you through, okay, we're going to train push-pull legs, we're going to train either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or we're going to train 6 days a week, depending on what your schedule's like and stuff. And we've organized our exercises, whatever. The final thing is, okay, you have the workout routine below linked, those 3 links. What sets and what reps should you do? So sets is like how many times we'll sit down to hit that exercise, and reps is how many times we'll actually do the movement. I've got them all tracked in the app for you, so it should load automatically. But this is a very big point because the number of reps you do, so for example, 1 rep would be like 1 press of the barbell bench press, right? Or 1 rep would be like 1 squat where you go down, you come up, that's 1 rep. I very much recommend you listen to this carefully. People online will tell you to do way less reps. They'll tell you to do what's called strength training, where instead of you maximizing muscle growth, you will more increase the weight you can lift. So people will recommend that you do what's called 5 times 5, which means 5 sets of 5 reps. And I'm telling you right now, for our goal, that is fucking shit. That's the kind of goal that gets you like those homosexuals who come up to you and they'll compliment you, whatever. You're here because you want to look good, right? You're here because you want to look sexy. I'm telling you, do not have low rep sets. What that means is you'll do a set which only has 3 reps or 5 reps, for example. So you'll get the barbell for the squat and you'll go down, squat and go up. That's 1 rep. Imagine just doing that 3 times, just 3 rep sets. You can add extra weight. It's kind of motivational, right? You could add way more weight. It kind of makes you feel good, like, oh yeah, I'm so strong. Look at the weight I've got on the thing. That's not how you're going to look good. The way that you're going to build this fucking muscle mass that looks good, like basically more muscle mass, this leaner aesthetic look, is with 10 rep sets. 10 to 15 is what I say. We'll talk soon about progressive overload, but it's about 10 reps that you want to aim for per set. The amount of sets that you do is just based on kind of volume management, which we'll speak about soon, which is like, are you recovering well? Are you growing? Whatever. We can add an extra set to a particular exercise if you're not that sore and if you can grow more. But the biggest thing is, do not do strength training where you have less reps. Everyone online is going to criticize this, and because there's listen, between us, there's like this weird fucking narrative in this industry, and I swear to God, it's kind of like a pyramid scheme where one fat, ugly motherfucker, you know, these guys who appeal to the male gaze and they don't get girls from their physique. The only thing they have is what? They don't appeal to the female gaze. They don't attract girls. You know the guys who online, they say like, oh yeah, like I don't lift weight to get girls, and girls don't even like muscle anyway. Like once I built the muscle, only guys compliment me. They aren't attractive to girls. What do they have when it comes to status? The weight that they can lift. It's like a pyramid scheme because these fat motherfuckers, they'll get like an impressive squat weight, for example. Then they'll tell you, oh yeah, what's your squat weight, bro? They'll ask you that because they'll try and convince you to do the same exercise as them, the same kind of rep scheme, so that their squat weight for their shit physique, but they're strong, is kind of impressive to you. Do you see? It's like a multi-level marketing fucking scam where basically they're trying to make you do the same shitty training as them because then the number that they can lift is impressive towards you. Here's the thing, the number you lift doesn't fucking mean shit. Girls, like, we're here to appeal to the female gaze. Girls don't give a fuck what number you can lift. Now, some girls are going to watch this. High testosterone girls are, oh, actually, I go to the gym and I can't. Like, yeah, sure. 1% of girls who are bodybuilders who train very seriously might be kind of impressed by your squat weight, whatever. But the truth is, like, when you're just walking through the street, it doesn't matter what your fucking squat weight is. When you're taking pictures for Instagram and Tinder, it doesn't matter. It just matters how good you look. And I give you my fucking word, you will look better when you don't train for strength and you train for what's called hypertrophy, which basically just means like muscle mass instead of just strength. People think it's the same thing, but it's not. Muscle mass is like, okay, the fucking size of your fucking muscle. Strength is like just what weight you can lift in the gym. And there's guys who are strong as fuck, but they look like shit. Maybe they're skinny little pussies, or they're like just fat, flabby motherfuckers, but they can lift like 3 times more than you. And they'll make fun of you when you, for example, want this like lean, sexy physique, and you only squat like 60 kg for 10 reps, for example. Those guys will make fun of you. It's like, oh, 60 kg, get your squat weight up, bro. Those are rookie numbers, whatever. And he'll be like, yeah, I can squat like 200 kg for 10 reps. But he looks like fucking shit, and he has to jack off because girls won't fuck him. We're here to appeal to the female gaze. If you squat 60 kg but you've got like nice fucking looking legs, if you can do like 10 strict pull-ups, awesome. That's it. Like it's not about the weight that we lift in the gym. We're lifting to look like fucking Greek gods. We're not lifting for this gay shit of like, oh, I can do 200 kg squat, you can only do 180. You should gotta get those rookie numbers up. Like, this is fucking internet culture of fucking autists online. We'll talk about progressive overload in one of the modules soon where I'll go really into this. But you need to just keep this in your mind. This is like a universal mindset you need to have. On this journey, you're going to get a lot of ugly motherfuckers who are going to try and convince you the way that you're training is wrong and that you should train like them because they want you to train like them so that their little squat number or their deadlift weight, whatever, is more impressive to you if you give a shit about it. You need to have in your mind that the weight you lift doesn't really fucking matter. You're in the gym to look fucking sexy. That's it. You don't look sexy by doing 3-rep set deadlifts. If you do 10 reps, 15 reps, that's where the muscle's really made. That's where you'll look so much better. Don't get into this powerlifting fucking scam, this strength training scam, this 5-rep set bullshit. Do not fucking fall for that. Nothing under 10 reps. By the way, this will also avoid basically all injuries in the gym. The only injuries you'll get in the gym, I guarantee this. I know you probably haven't faced this so far. I give you my promise. The only injuries you'll get in the gym is when you're doing a set less than 10 reps. When you're trying to do a set which is 5 reps or a 1-rep max or something, that's when you'll get an injury and you'll have to like stop training for a few weeks. You will never get injured when you're aiming for like 15 rep sets, 10 rep sets, because the weight is so light. It's like, it's manageable, you know, kicking it up is safe or whatever. Every time you've seen those like gym fails like videos and reels where, you know, someone gets injured, it's always with a weight that they could maybe do for like 1 to 3, 1 to 5 reps, and that's where the injuries come because the weight is so like heavy. You can still do that training if it's fun for you. This is the nuance, the disclaimer. If you want to do a 1-rep max with your friends, that's fun. I do that shit as well, just for fun, right? But I know that that isn't what's building the aesthetic muscle that we're trying to go for. You need to keep this in mind because I guarantee right now you're hyped up thinking, yeah, this is right. Actually, I'm here to just optimize for the female gaze. Okay, I'm just going to do 10-rep sets. I'm going to train for real gains, not just strength. But I guarantee within a few months from now, you'll be shamed by one of these ugly motherfuckers who will laugh at you for like your deadlift weight or your bench press weight because you only bench press like 60 kg for 10 reps. And he'll be like, oh yeah, well I can do 140 kg. What they're not saying is they can do it for 1 rep. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. They like a 1-rep max, a 3-rep set. Who gives a fuck? You're not building that much muscle from those sets. It's the 10 rep, it's the 12 rep, it's the 15 rep sets that are building the muscle. So you need to stand firm in this. Understand that people are literally going to mock you for this because your weight that you lift in the gym isn't really going to be that impressive. You need to right now get into this mindset where you don't really take that much pride in the weight that you lift. You know, some guys will post it and they're heavy, they're strong as fuck, and you'll watch it on Instagram and you'll get kind of inspired thinking like, oh, that's so cool. You need to right now just decide, you know what? I'm not going to care about the weight that I lift in the gym. The weight that I lift in the gym is always going to be kind of light compared to the guys who are only doing 3 reps or 5 reps. You understand why, right? Because if we're going for 10 reps or 15 reps, of course we need to do less weight than the guy who's only trying to hit a movement for 3 reps. If you're only doing 3 reps, you could grab a weight which is like 20% heavier and you look cooler. You need to right now just accept, yeah, you know what? My weight in the gym's not going to be that impressive, but outside of the gym, my physique's going to be fucking sexy. That's the mindset that I want you to have.